AC Guy 1948 here. Bought me a new mower. I mean new this time. I don't mean new to me. I mean brand new. I don't know if you can see that. 0.5 hours. When I first started up, this is also a tachometer. When I first started up at the, I got this at Rural King. When I first started up, I saw that. I was like, now wait a minute. So, yeah. Thankfully, that's just a tachometer. If that had 3,000 hours on it, I would have been actually quite impressed. Do have little nitpicks here and there on this. Overall, I really do like it so far. But the quality control and shipping could have been better. That was not even me. I didn't even get to put these scratches on there. I mean, it's going to get dinged up. No matter what you do, it's a mower. It's going to get scratches. It's going to get beat up. But let me do the dinging up. The other one was a little better in some ways, but it was a Magnum. The in was totally gone off the stickers. So I imagine these aren't going to hold up very well. I noticed on this one, oh yeah, this whole piece, you got your little rubberized deck opens right up, and you got great access to your belts, or belt, one continuous belt, and it's a big thick one. Looks like it's a 5/8. I like that. But I don't know how long. I took a picture of this in case it decides to fade out or fall off. It looks like it's a double layered, like that's a clear protector over the sticker. We'll see how long those hold up. I'm not, after that in being missing off the other one, I'm not having too much hope. Got some fairly decent front tires, and the rear ones, that was the hardest sell on me on this thing. It had such short rear tires. And yeah, I mean, there's enough space here. At some point when these wear out, I'd always get taller ones, and that'd make this thing actually go faster. It goes 6 miles an hour forward, which was another thing that kind of had me, but it's not too terrible. The deck is super heavy on this. I know I'm jumping all around here. You just have to bear with me. Super heavy deck. I believe they said it was a 7-gauge steel. Wow, how thick that thing is. That's the deck. And then you got a reinforcement bar up front here, which is almost another strip of the same steel. Something I really like about this, it's got a fully rubber chute, and you can just tuck it up. Well, if I had that deck down a little further, you can just tuck it up here. There you go. Out of the way, and you can just mow up close to stuff. Or you can just kick it down. And you got your nice little Bad Boy logo embossed into it. And if you hit up against something, it'll just form around it. Really cool. This has a 7000 series Kohler, 725. I believe it's 22 horsepower. So pushing in a 54-inch deck, that should be pretty good. Because on this Cub Cadet over here, it's got a 20 horse Kohler Command on it, pushing a 54-inch deck. Now, why did I need a new mower? And I have this one. Well, this is going to be a spare. My grandpa left me this, and it's only got like 200 hours, and the last like 20 hours were probably from me. So I'm kind of wanting to keep this one nice. That's kind of the main reason I bought that. That one is just, well, you look at this. This is this would have been a commercial grade mower in the early 90s. And that thing's using a thicker deck than what this thing is. And look how well it's held up. And start to get a little rust hole. It needs tires, and the hydros aren't that great on it anymore, and they're chain drive, and it likes eating belts, and it's like, This thing is faster, and it's running a 60-inch deck, but I don't know. The 24 horse engine. I might actually steal this seat and put it on that one. We'll get to that in a minute. But so I don't know what the plan. I kind of got this up for sale. I'm great at getting off on other subjects. I do like this. It's etched out in there. Hot. Don't touch it. I just touched it. It's not really that hot right now, but that's where the exhaust comes out. It's not terribly loud, but it's a little loud. You definitely want your earmuffs on. 725 Magnum 2021. Got a 5-gallon fuel tank. Fuel gauge is right there. I really like that. Because I was looking at getting a time cutter, and they only had a 3-gallon tank, and they had like aluminum cast. These were made out of aluminum, and they had a plastic chute, and I was really wanting the Titan, and that was just a whole nother mower compared to this. But you know, I was trying to justify spending that much money on it, and this here is like almost half the price. So, well, at least what I paid for it was about half the price of that. So I think I made the right decision here. I saved some money for sure, but we'll see how well this holds up. Now this seat, it's all right. I'm a tall guy. I'm like 6'6", 6'7", somewhere in there, and I would have liked to have seen these feet pegs be out a little bit further than that, or the seat to slide a little further back. Maybe a step. The Magnum had a step there. I bet this deck is strong enough you can stand on it the way it's mounted. It's got hard mounts on it, which I do like that. That's a good setup. This seat here, though, it's got where you can adjust it. That's another thing I don't like. It really needs a catch going from here to here, so it doesn't go forward and hit that and mess up the top of your seat, and then that'll start splitting, and you'll get water in it, and that'll ruin your seat. You know, nitpicky things, and possibly things I can fix. But this looks like that's all the way back, and you got a little bit more there, so I may notch that out a little bit and slide her a little further back, because slightly, I could bring that back to here or so, maybe, if I could. And that'd give me just a little more wiggle room. Let me tell you, sometimes it ain't easy being a tall guy. The adjustment I do like, got this nice big foot control. You come over here, your indicator is right here, is a little notch, and you just click it to where you want it. Say I want it 2.5 inch, or if I want to take her all the way up to 4.5 inch, which is top on this, that's all you do. You just twist it to where you want it and let her go. Electric PTO. Now you'll notice the choke's not here. The choke is over here, which a lot of people are complaining about, but I kind of like it, because it's always kind of a pain. You got both arms over here, you're trying to two-hand it. You can just have one arm over here, one over here, and just pull out your choke. And it's hard when you're doing the camera. You know, it's hard when you're doing the camera and you need a third arm, but yeah, and the fuel gauge right there where you can see it. Got like a phone holder and where you can stand your phone up. Cup holder there. It's got where it drains. If you spill something, it'll just drain out. And for the whole compartment here, that's a good idea. So everything is really easy to get at. Your parking brake's right here. This isn't a sponsored video by them by any means. Hydro's down there. there's a disengage, I'm sure there is. We'll do an update video. I'll go over some more stuff. I know I'm in that room on the phone. But honestly, I'm really, really impressed with it. We'll see how far we can drive before I run out of film. But disengage that, bring these in. And now the hydros are a little noisy, but they're not high-end hydros. That might be the weakest point in this thing. Because everything, it's so simple. No, it ain't the fastest thing in the world, but she cruises around all right. The ride's fairly comfortable. I kind of already did this spot. Well, we kick this. Quick enough. It's not as fast as that Toro is, but I like it. Seems to do a good job. I like that you can kick that thing up real easy. All you control. You do have an option for an electric lift, but unless you have kind of weaker legs to push on that, I would recommend it. That's just another thing to go wrong, So another thing to go wrong, and if you're coming up to a bump or something, it don't take nothing to do that and lift your deck up. That there, you're gonna have to stop and wait for it to, So yeah, I don't know what else to go over on this. Really impressed.